Alright guys, well, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had probably one of the most disastrous launches we've seen in a long time, and there are several other games this year that had the same problem, one of them being Helldivers 2, a game which right now currently I believe has about 10,000 people currently playing it. The numbers are dwindling, and I know there's a lot of people trying to make excuses for it or saying that's normal for a multiplayer game. The attrition kind of wears people down, the grind gets to be too much, and a lack of new content will have that effect. Well, another game that's going to have a lack of new content is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because after their next few seasons come out, they're done. They've already said that they're going to discontinue live service to this game. They're not going to be updating it anymore after, I believe, the next year or so. So at some point in 2025, that's it. That's all you get. So again, this game launched with disastrous results. I'm talking the game, they had to pull it like an hour after launch because of all these bugs. They had to patch it right away. They got through that. And then people actually played the game. People started seeing the next couple seasons. Of course, season 1 was going to have, I believe, the Joker character, which, again, got portrayed as some sort of weird pansexual, gender fluid type character, almost more cringe than Jared Leto's Joker from the Suicide Squad movie, if that's even possible. So, again, something that people were not thrilled with. They were like, this is what we get for, being some of the few thousand people playing this game. No, thank you. That, transformed into a situation where Jason Schreier had to come out over there at Bloomberg and basically explain everything wrong that happened to this game except for its involvement with Sweet Baby Inc. And of course, if anybody at this point doesn't know who Sweet Baby Inc. is, they are sensitivity readers. They are a consultation firm based in Montreal. They intimidate developers and tell companies that if you don't hire their services to make sure your game is inclusive and diverse, your game is going to fail, and basically they're on record saying they want to terrify people into hiring them. So this was a game that had a lot of their involvement, as it's very obvious from the top down. The game is full of strong women, diversity, and cringe dialogue, to the point where they even have, I believe, a child version of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn having some sort of weird pseudo-sexual lesbian tension. Very creepy, very disturbing. And of course, they went free. 2 days on Amazon Prime during the Prime Day over back on the 15th and 16th, I believe it was. You could pick up a copy of this game for free. They just can't give this game away anymore. They cannot figure out a way to pump up the player base because nobody wants it. And I even picked up a free copy. I was going to install it today and look at it before I did this video. Just kind of see for myself, like, how bad is it? Can I enjoy it for a few hours and actually see if it's worth playing? Then I looked and it was 108 gigabytes of storage space. And I'm like, no thank you. I'm not giving this game 108 gigabytes. My God, such a huge, huge chunky game for something that is just not worth my time. So that was a no. And of course, you can see currently on Steam, which is probably the largest platform that this and mini games are played on, only 375 people playing it. It's not even that late, guys. It's like 9:45 my time. So absolutely bonkers that in this 24-hour peak, less than 600 people playing this across all of Steam. The game is dead. The game is like a freaking rotting corpse at this point that needs to be buried and put in the ground. But for some weird reason, there are places like Forbes that have to keep dragging this corpse back up and saying how great it is. And I apologize for the ads. I couldn't get it to work from the archive link. And of course, Forbes on this article wouldn't, they detected my ad blocker. So what can I do? But this article from Paul Tassi, who has tried so hard to shill for this game, says Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Season 2 launches with a genuinely great addition. Talking about the gender-bent Mr. Freeze, so Mrs. Freeze, the lesbian Freeze, maybe transgender, I don't know, it could be one or the other. Season 2 of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League launches today, a game determined to get through at least its first year of content despite little more than a couple of hundred players on Steam, and likely to not too many more than that on console. And I have to say, I am impressed with at least one concept arriving with Season 2 today, the new addition of Mrs. Freeze to the roster. No, not in terms of the fact she looks neat, her design is less than fantastic, or that her addition particularly makes sense, Killer Frost was right there, but in terms of what they've done with her traversal, incredible. When they probably could have just given her a Chill Jets boost, backpack or something, Rocksteady went all out and decided to make her a traversal, an Iceman, Frozone ice surf that trails in front of and behind her. It actually looks very cool in practice. So again, praising a simple cosmetic, a simple feature in the game, and yet admitting at the same time this game is an epic flop. Traversal is really the main thing that diversifies player kits in this game, given that everyone has access to the same slate of guns and grenades, and only ultimates in Traversal are meaningfully different, one of the game's core problems. But they really have been on point with these mechanisms. I also thought they did a great job with Joker's rocket umbrella last season, and this certainly looks cool, no pun intended. Of course, he does have to admit that there's a ever-shrinking player base for this game, and at this point he's going to be done covering it because what is the point? I mean, he even says he's throwing in the towel because he's not going to bother devoting time or covering a game where there's only 400 people playing it. Just sad. So, we just mentioned Jason Schreier previously over at Bloomberg saying that Rocksteady and Suicide Squad have nothing to do with DEI or a progressive agenda, saying that Sweet Baby Inc. had nothing to do with killing this game. And yet you can take one gander at Mrs. Freeze from this screenshot here, this screen grab from the game, from the cinematic, and it is nightmare fuel. Then, of course, we have the Pride cosmetic, and don't miss the fact that she has the little lesbian girl symbol here on her pants, right there on her hip. All the Pride banners and Pride crap in the game too. Freaking shark with the giant clown face is absolutely frightening. And again, Mr. Bugs saying, "Holy crap, you got this frightening looking woman, absolutely terrifying, nightmare fuel." And of course, you've got these horrifyingly awful skins. You've got the classic Ice Crime, historic cool class pack. This woman is bald. I mean, I get it, Mr. Freeze is bald, but holy shit, like, this is just terrifying. And of course, all of the different Pride cosmetics, because you have to be diverse. It's within the whole Pride concept, right? You can't just have one Pride flag. You have to have all the different genders and sexuality Pride flags. Now, this right here is the best thing. This little clip from the game, from the little cinematic, I'm only going to play about a minute of it. It'll just give you a taste of this game.
Come on, Sharko, it's one frozen lady. How hard can it be?
Kid, get down here.
Victoria Frias, I presume.
Amanda Waller. So tell me again about the partner benefits.
The deductibles are hell.
Whoa! Like a giant collectible!
I can't even watch any more of this, guys. I'm so sorry. This is just terrible. These character models, the freaking Mrs. Freeze, who's like 7 feet tall. I'm at a loss for words with this. What were they thinking? Was anybody like actually being paid to use their brain when they made this game? Because holy shit, who would have thought that anybody would be interested in playing this mess of a game? But yeah, there you have it. Mrs. Freeze with all of her lesbian Pride flag glory, with all of the cosmetics that nobody's going to bother paying for or even bothering to unlock because there's nobody currently playing this game. I mean, look, they just launched this new character, and there's still no uptick in people playing this game. Nothing. 375 people. This is embarrassingly bad. So I think this game is officially dead. I mean, Concord is the next one to die, and then of course Star Wars Outlaws and freaking Assassin's Creed Shadows, which that's a whole nother mess that I've been covering massively on this channel. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Appreciate all the support. You guys have been awesome. I will catch you on the next one. Alright, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.